Ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful day, of course, getting us together in this program, The Profile. Of course, join us and the entire production crew as we take you over right now to the nation's capital in Yaoundé. And that said and done, today we will be perusing the corridors of legality. We shall be talking issues of law with also a man of law who has also served for 54 years within the legal system in Cameroon. And of course, keeping a huge profile, he has been one of those who resigned from the government legal bench and went solo, practicing private law. And of course, with all of this, he has also been instrumental in some other legal aspects within the context of Cameroon. That said and done, be with us, just relax and enjoy this special program, The Profile, as we hit hard on certain issues. Of course, Barrister BERNARD Muna is on board this program, The Profile. Time for Elvis, the entire crew welcomes you as we move on.
Où vas-tu, paysan, avec ton bonbon neuf, ton chapeau bariolé, tes souliers éculés? Où vas-tu, paysan, loin de ton beau village, où tu vivais en paix, près de tes caféiers? Je vais à Yaoundé, Yaoundé la capitale. Je vais à Yaoundé, Yaoundé la capitale. Où vas-tu, étudiant, tout de neuf, habillé, ton blazer à la mode, ton pantalon plissé? Où vas-tu, étudiant, les regards conquérants, de laissant ton pays, ton beau bas-miliqué? Je vais à Yaoundé, Yaoundé la capitale. Je vais à Yaoundé, Yaoundé la capitale. Par la mi-fille et l'undé de Banjun Nabafia, je vais chercher là-bas une vie meilleure. Où vas-tu, demoiselle, tes beaux cheveux tressés, sous ton fichu doré, et pas très rassuré? Où vas-tu, demoiselle, sur cette route longue qui s'en va vers le sud, un pays inconnu? Je vais à Yaoundé, Yaoundé la capitale. Je vais à Yaoundé, Yaoundé la capitale. Où vas-tu, donc chauffeur, dans ton car cabossé, chargé à tout casser, les ressorts fatigués? Où vas-tu, donc chauffeur, sur ce soleil brûlant, roulant à toute vitesse sur les pistes d'une ville? Je vais à Yaoundé, Yaoundé la capitale. Je vais à Yaoundé, Yaoundé la capitale. Par la mi-fille et l'undé de Banjun Nabafia, je vais chercher là-bas une vie meilleure. Paysan, étudiant, chauffeur ou demoiselle, tu peux toujours courir vers un bonheur rêvé. Cherchez donc ton bonheur dans la vie quotidienne, chaque instant, chaque jour, là où Dieu t'a placé. Je vais à Yaoundé, Yaoundé la capitale. Je vais à Yaoundé, Yaoundé. Par la mi-fille et le dé de Banjun Nabafia, je vais chercher là-bas une vie meilleure. Par la mi-fille et le dé de Banjun Nabafia, je vais chercher là-bas une vie meilleure.
Beautiful people, it's quite an interesting time when we congregate together in the program, The Profile. Welcome to this one-on-one debate. As we did inform to you, we will always be taking you from one angle to another. This time, we decided to move to the nation's capital in Yaoundé. And of course, we are talking to a statesman who has equally stood the test of time when it comes to creating impact within the Cameroon territorial boundaries and even abroad. Be with us, as you said earlier. You're going to enjoy this one-on-one debate with a statesman who is also a barrister at law. Be with us. here with Barrister BERNARD. It's a pleasure getting you one-on-one in the program, The Profile.
Thank you very much. It's my own pleasure to be with you today.
Before we kickstart the one-on-one discussion, maybe what is the magic? You're always looking young, always looking energetic at all times?
Well, when you believe in the Lord, when you believe that there's a God who gives everything, including human beings, then He will bless you.
All right.
And I consider myself blessed by the Lord to look as I look.
Wow, we thank you for taking that busy time to talk to us here in your office in Yaoundé.
Yes.
That is Solomon Tande Muna's foundation,
Yes.
where your office is located, is situated. Now, let's get down to issues at stake. It's true, you are a household name, and in the program, The Profile, people want to know a little bit about who is Barrister BERNARD Muna. We call him the Bâtonnier too.
Yes, yes. Well, Barrister BERNARD Muna, because I'm popularly known as BERNARD Muna, I was born in Sok, in the Northwest Province, on the 27th of May 1940, when my father, Solomon Tande Muna, was headmaster in the school there. And from Sok we went to Bemri. I grew up in Bemri and Bali, and then went to secondary school in the Presbyterian College Bali. And graduated. I actually started my career as a primary school teacher in 1959, and I later on applied, and I was accepted at Lincoln's in London to do law. And I came back. I decided to serve my nation. I started my career as a prosecutor in the legal department in Boya in 1966. And then I was also the assistant military prosecutor to the prosecutor at that time was called Mbu. And then I was transferred to Bamenda. I became the president of the Bamenda Magistrates Court in 1969. And then in 1971, I resigned from government service to start my office in Bamenda, transferred to Yaoundé in 1974, and since then I've been doing my best to serve this nation and to serve the people. I think the people are more important, because without a people, you don't have a nation. So if I serve the people, I'm serving the nation. So I thank God that I've had this opportunity to serve the people of Cameroon. But also, you know, I was also selected by the United Nations to be the prosecutor in charge of the Rwanda United Nations Court. So I have done a lot in human rights, and I think that's why I'm well known in the world. So briefly, that's who you are looking at.
Well, we thank you for giving us a summary of that, and we will be looking still as we focus on Barrister BERNARD Muna. Now, let's touch this issue. We spoke to Dr. Wanyam. He equally had served the government, the civil service, resigned. Honorable Etombi Gladys also served the government, resigned. You two have served the government and then you resigned. Now, may we get from you, Barrister BERNARD Muna, the surrounding circumstances that led to your resignation from the government to now go solo?
I think that if you count the people who resign from government, and those who stay are more numerous than those who resign. I think that's a question of ambition. I like free speech. I like to speak my mind. And sometimes when you're under an employee, you cannot speak your mind as you would like to. And therefore, being a state prosecutor and then being a magistrate limited my scope of expressing some of the ideas that were burning me in my stomach. Yeah. And therefore, I thought that I want to frame myself that I am not controlled by any superior, so that I am able to speak frankly and truthfully of any issue that was burning in my stomach. I think that's what pushes people to resign. Sometimes you want to give a service, like you want to give a service, and you find that the environment in which you are put does not permit you to give full the service you want to. That is what I think most people who leave government service have in mind.
Now, when we talk about having a free mind to say things, people think that when you get into a profession, one of the objectives of getting a job is also to earn a living, and of course, working like in the legal department that we see in Cameroon, very juicy, of course, with the positions you have had. Don't you think you were sacrificing money too much, that you would have been making so much money if you were in the civil service where you just reside?
Well, let me tell you that when we started work in the legal department, what we valued more in the department was the service we rendered to the people of Cameroon and the promotion of justice. So I don't think that people think that the civil service is where you have a lot of money. People in private practice and people in business make more money than civil servants. But unfortunately, as we know that President Biya has recognized, there is a problem in Cameroon which is called corruption. And unfortunately, some civil servants grease their way with corrupt money. But I think that a civil servant who is honest cannot make more money than a businessman or than a lawyer. A magistrate who is honest and working well will not make more money than a good private lawyer. That is, you have to make a choice. But people have different temperaments. I think that I admire some magistrates because they have the temperament of a magistrate. They have the temperament of giving justice. They feel themselves giving justice to other people. So it's a question of what you have which pushes you to give service to people. And unfortunately, some use that as an opportunity to enrich themselves. There's no doubt that in Cameroon, for the moment, civil servants seem to stand out. But let me tell you, in any country that wants to go ahead, in a country that wants to progress, it's not the civil servants that make the country go ahead. It is the businessmen, the people who are free, the people who create industry, the people who teach, the people who plead in court. These are the people who make the nation to go ahead. And the civil servants do a useful role in supporting the government to create opportunities for people to go ahead like myself.
Now, Barrister BERNARD Muna, what do you hold of the justice system in Cameroon, especially when it comes to the operation of private law? Because we understand most of the times cases that concerns even the states, private lawyers have not been able to go through elections. For example, the cases are thrown off, cases that concerns the state. When private lawyers come in, they don't sail through the judicial system. Do you think there's something that needs to be amended to keep the judicial system in Cameroon on board?
Yes, I think that like any good system, it is the people who matter. If we recruit people that we do not know, people whose character we don't know, we end up in a system that is corrupt. Now, it is important to know that in Cameroon, you can go to school, you go to primary school, you go to secondary school, you live from there, you go to university, and you take a law degree. Nobody really knows what their character is. And from there you get a law degree, you go to NAM, and you become a magistrate. Nobody says that. What type of person is going to hold the post of a prosecutor? What type of person is going to hold the post of a judge? So they don't know. So people, just like in any profession, there are very many people who have seen becoming a magistrate, becoming a prosecutor, serving in the magistracy as a means of making money. And these corrupt people are there. But the unfortunate thing is that they dirty the name of people who are honest and who give justice impartially. But there are many people who see the magistracy as a career where they can make money. No, everybody can make money, but when you choose to serve the people, you know that you are not a businessman, and therefore you have to serve them correctly. So the problem of justice in Cameroon is because we recruit magistrates without knowing who they are We don't know who they are. I think that, as you rightly say, they will come and tell, we have to reform the system. We have to reform the system. When you take a country like Nigeria, everybody goes to law school. And then you start practice. And then if you are a good lawyer and they say that you're honest, after about 20 years, they make you a judge.
That's a state judge.
Yes. When you make a judge, when you name a judge, we know who he is. We know how he's been acting in society. We know whether he's honest or not. But if you just leave a name and become a judge and so forth, we don't know. In primary school, you may have been a thief or a ruffian or dishonest. But you have got a law degree and then you are a magistrate. So that is where we need to rethink in the future about building a system in which we put the right people in the right place.
Now, Barrister Muna, let's come back. You've been in the profession for over 40 years, and let's take the time when you were in the civil service. May we get from you one of the cases that was so challenging to you that you felt very, very discouraged and could not believe your eyes that justice you thought would take its course did not see the light of day?
Yes, thank you very much for that question. I have actually been practicing for 54 years. I've been in practice for 54 years. Now, one of the cases which I remember very clearly was the case in Bamenda when I was a magistrate. And at that time, the Biafran War was going on. And as the war was going on, the Igbos in Bamenda were split. And one of the Igbos who had a shop was supporting the federal government. And so the other Igbos ganged around and attacked him, got him and burned his car. So the matter became a police problem, which was investigated by the police. Now, the case came before me, sitting in Bamenda Precious Court. Barrister Senjure, who is still alive, was briefed by this gentleman who was charged with burning, provoking the burning of the car. And after hearing all the evidence, convicted the person to 2 years imprisonment in the Bamenda court. Now, 1 week afterwards, or no, a few days afterwards, I got a telephone from the SDO of Mesa. Because when I convicted that person, Barrister Senjure stood up and said, I appeal. And procedure at that time, I put it in my record book that Barrister Senjure appeals my judgment. And at the same time, Barrister Senjure said, and I applied for bail for my client. So I put it in the record that Barrister Senjure applied for bail. So I deliberated on the bail and I decided to give bail, but I made conditions. I said that bail should be given to the accused person by 2 people, and each of these people must have property in Bamenda, and this was 1971, which is at least 500,000 in value, so that take that responsibility. And at that time, I think Mr. Nkeng was alive, and his sister bailed this man. Within a week, I got a telephone call from the DO. And he said, yes, sir. He said, Mr. Muna, you have just been here that you have given this Nigerian man bail. I said, yes, I have. He said, well, you know this case concerns security. And it's not a case in which you should give bail. I said, Mr. Prefect, I want to ask you a question. He said, yes, go ahead. I said, when you call a security meeting, do you call the president of the court? He says, no. I said, why don't you call him? He said, because the president of the court is supposed to be there. I said, why are you challenging? Why are you telling me about the bail now? Why are you saying there's a security matter? I'm not supposed to know that. But I'm giving bail, and the prosecutor, if he wants, can take an appeal against my decision. But I knew that as he talked to me, he was going to write a complaint or he was going to report me to the Minister of the Administration or whatever he wanted. So I sat in my office and immediately wrote what happened. I said, today I was telephoned by the senior DO of Amanda, and I said what happened. And I sent it to the Chief Justice in Boya, the Minister of Justice, and the Minister of Military Administration. So within a week, he got a query asking why he did that. So he rang me back. I said, well, Mr. Muna, when I asked you, it's not a problem. I said, no, tell me that you have not written a report about what he told me, then I will. So I wrote my report before you also arrived. Yes. So these are the little things which concern interference with the system of justice that made me believe that as a magistrate at that time, I could not fully administer justice as I thought it would be. I would constantly be under pressure from some advice, administrative officers or governors or ministers. I don't know. So I decided to get out. Maybe I told you how I got out. So what happened? So in February 1971, I was already appointed as the procurator, state prosecutor for all of the Northwest. Okay. So, but I was still a magistrate. I don't yet, because you have to be installed. So, in March or thereabout, I sent a letter to the President of the Republic, Ahmadu Ahidjo, and telling him that I would be very grateful if the state can release me. I want to resign from the service. Now, as we were saying, people thought that serving the nation, being a magistrate, was the highest honor you could give. And so my father opposed it, my friends, Mr. Nanga, opposed it, Jake opposed it. Said, no, why are you leaving the service? I said, no, I don't feel. So before I know what, Ahidjo convened me to Yaoundé. So I came to Yaoundé. So as I arrived in Yaoundé, they said, the President of the Republic wanted to see me the next day. So the next day, a bit shaking, I went to the palace, this old palace here. President Ahidjo was among a lot of presidents. Yes, there's a lot of presidents. So passed me to some corridors, and I went to a small office like this, a small table. Nothing, there was nothing there. Ahidjo was sitting there. And I descended from the door, and I stepped my foot. As I stepped my foot, Ahidjo told me, Monsieur Muna, vous êtes un garçon têtu. I started shaking my head. He said, parce que Monsieur le Président, je ne suis pas têtu. Et voilà, vous refusez de servir la nation. So I was 9 years standing opposite to him. I said, Monsieur le Président de la République, je n'ai pas refusé de servir la nation. C'est bon, pourquoi vous démissionnez? En tout cas, l'année prochaine, le Nord-Ouest sera une province et vous serez le premier procureur général pour le Nord-Ouest. I just told me that. That was big in 1972. I would have been a procureur général. But it's not positional. So I told Ahidjo, I said, Monsieur le Président, vous êtes mon père. Laissez-moi partir. He was surprised. Si vous voulez vraiment partir, je me suis dit, I can go. I didn't sit down, they didn't allow me to sit down. You can go. As I told my father, before I reached the door, they had taken the phone. Telephone my father. Say, Muna, you don't deny, eh? You don't deny. I just spoke pitching very well. He had worked in the water. Okay. So he spoke pitching very well. So I went home, my father was waiting for me. And when I arrived, my father was very angry. He said, son, you refuse to obey the president? I said, I'm not refused to obey. I've asked the president to let me go. He can still sign any degree he wants. But I just asked him to let me go. Luckily for me, Ahidjo signed my degree and allowed me to leave the service, to be installed as a lawyer. And so, later on, even Nanga, Che, or people who were happy that I was a lawyer. I was the first fully Cameroon lawyer here in Yaoundé when I moved here in 1974. I was the first. All the other lawyers were West Indians, French, I was the first. The other one, Anglophone lawyer who was in Douala was Mate Mati. And so I left Bamenda and installed my office here in Yaoundé and practiced. It was difficult because I had to practice in English because English was bilingual, it was Malayan culture. But I decided that I would learn French. Okay. And in learning French, sometimes I made some terrible mistakes. I'll give you an example. So I was in Douala. It was a case of rape. My client was accused of raping a young girl. So I was pleading in court. I looked at the file, and at the end of the case, I was going to tell the court that from the file there's no rape, so I wanted to do it in French. But I made a mistake. The word rape in English is not the same as rap in French. But at that time I thought it was. So I looked at the judge. I said, Monsieur President, hold it up. Then the judge smiled. I said, no, Monsieur Muna, we will be violent. So it took some mistakes when you are trying to learn here language, which you understand, and so forth. Rap in French is something completely new, which is kidnapping or something like that. But I thought that rap and rape was the same thing. So to move on in a profession, nobody is perfect. So just give some of the anecdotes that as I started my practice, things were not as easy as we would think. Okay.
Well, of course, you listened to Barrister Ben Muna, the first English-speaking lawyer in the nation's capital in Yaoundé, and also very strange of a kind that he rejects an offer to be the state prosecutor of the Northwest region, an offer that was given to him by late President Ahmadu Haijo, which is quite interesting. Now, let's move now to the challenge, because you left the working for the civil service, and then you went now private, that is practicing private law. Now, maybe Gates, one of the challenges you also had as a as a lawyer, given that you were not very satisfied the manner in which you handled the case and the manner in which the case too was handled in response by the government.
So, first of all, establishing my law office in Yaoundé was a challenge, because there were two systems of justice. The French system, which was historical, is called the inquisitorial system. That is, the sitting magistrate inquires into the case because he has the case filed with all the evidence in front of him. So he looks at the case file and asks questions to the witnesses. So it is called inquisitorial or inquiring system. Okay. Now, the English system is a system of accusing. We call it accusatorial. And the court has to hear the person who has brought that accusation. That we call it accusatorial system. So the legal department don't go and sit and the judge ask questions. No. The legal department presents its case against the accused. So that was called the accusatorial system. So in 1974, the system was still the inquisitorial system, which is the system from the French system. The judge is there, he has the file, he asks questions. In the final analysis, you don't know whether the judge is neutral or not. Because he can ask questions which incriminate and so forth. And so this system, we thought was not so good. Even Haiti thought so. In 1979, Haijo named a commission to draw the new code of procedure, criminal procedure code. I was honored to be part of that commission. From the Anglophone, you had Dr. Kisop, who was Professor of Law, myself, Justice Ndeli, Eko, Kema, who was a magistrate, were about 6 of us. The Francophone had about on Tamak, yes, Tamak was on it. The Francophone had about 25 members on board, who were some judges, professors at university, and policemen, high policemen. So we had this board meeting in the Ministry of Justice to draw the new Cameroonian criminal procedure code. And so we started working. It was a very good system. And when we discussed there was a draft already. So we took every article by article, and we would discuss it, and then we would vote. Most of the time, the vote was unanimous. But at one point, we arrived at a point where there was a controversy. What was the point? The point is that in the English system, when you are a policeman, they have two of them, are going to search somebody's house. When they arrive there, the first thing they do, they allow that man to search them so that they don't have anything on them which they can plant as evidence in their house. So this new code adopted that section and said that all gendarmes or judicial police officers or policemen who go to search a house must first of all allow themselves to search. Big problem in the Ministry of Justice, of this commission. Most of the Francophone commissioners, gendarmes, and army people say, yes, you see, it is the gendarmes who are now under inquiry, is the police. We said, no. It's just that you offer yourself so that they know that you say, no, you can't subject gendarmes and put over to be searched by an accused person or by a common man. You can have a big debate, fun analysis. The professors at university and so forth, and some people came to our side. So put it to the vote. It took us 2 days. Just one article took us 2 days. So on the second day, what happened was that we put it to the vote. There were 28 votes for, which means a lot of Francophone voted for it, and about 7 votes against. So the secretary of the commission and magistrate, whom I respect, and I'll tell you why in a minute, was Jenjam. Jenjam was the director of Judicial Affairs in the Ministry of Justice. He stood up. The president of the commission, another magistrate which I respect, so just passed away recently, was Foreman Akama. So they just stood up. He said, this is impossible. Mr. President, how can a minority impose their will, that's number funds, on the majority? So as we were waiting for that statement, Ndeli, the judge, picked up his file and said, okay, there's no problem. You people can draft the court, and when they're ready, you come and we'll sign it. I stood up, Kishon stood up, Ekema stood up, Eko stood up, and we were going to walk out. Someone came and said, gentlemen, please. So we waited. He said, this commission is adjourned for 2 weeks. So the commission was adjourned for 2 weeks. When he reconvened for 2 weeks, that's to show you who can be a great person. We sat down to continue work. Before we continued, Jenjam, the secretary, put his hand up. And the president said yes. So, well, some of you may be wondering where I've been in 2 weeks. I've been in Boya. I've assisted in trials in the Magistrates Court. I've assisted in trials in the High Court. I've assisted in trials in the Court of Appeal. Mr. President, gentlemen, I can tell you that the British system is excellent. Left to me, we should just copy it. They can see a sign of a scholar and a great magistrate. He had made a debate, but he didn't sit down. He wanted to go and see the system as it works. And that is why we drew the criminal procedure code, which we finished in about 1980. Finished about 1980. And it was practically about 70% Anglophone ideas. But before they could edit it and everything, Ahijo handed power to Biya. Then they put some people in the Ministry of Justice who were against Anglophone ideas. And they said, oh, that can happen. Even an Anglophone minister, when he came in, he tried to redact it. But God is very powerful. By that time, BERNARD AKERE was legal advisor at the presidency. So they took that draft they had done, chopped it into, put a lot of Francophone ideas, and sent it off for the president to approve. President gave it to BERNARD AKERE. Okay, so now, that's not what we did. Put it on. That is how a code we finished in 1980 stayed until 2005 before it was adopted. This present procedure code was adopted in 2005 because it was blocked by Francophone men working with others. They want Anglophone ideas to be part of the government of this republic. Whereas we have to, the idea was to take good ideas from both sides and make a better country. The Canadians were waiting for our procedure code because they have also a bilingual country. That's how did finally the code were going through. I think President Biya was tired of people having some ministers like SO and then and so forth opposing it, and then a gentleman like BERNARD AKERE who was saying, no, Mr. President, this is a good code. I presided over it. So, in one of the Commonwealth meetings, Ahijo, by inspiration, announced that, well, we have a court in Cameroon. Can you name a panel of judges who can help us to write a new code? Or to see. So, a panel of our 8 judges was sent to Cameroon. They invited me, and I went in to say how the code was done. And I read the code and told Biya that it was a fantastic code. That's how that code was sent to the National Assembly. More than 20 years afterwards, it was passed into law. So, when we look at the Anglophone problem, we see that there are some Francophones, especially the Ministry of Justice, who are like slaves to the Francophone system. Instead of using from both sides good ideas Francophone, good ideas Anglophone, to build a unique country. And so these are some of the experiences that and difficulties that I had. Well, I was very happy to be able to serve my nation. I will give you my life. So I moved my practice from Bamenda to Yaoundé in 1973-74. And as I said, I was basically the only truly Cameroonian lawyer in Yaoundé. At that time, the National Day was a very important day. So Ahijo would invite me to all Paris. And he used to, in those days, he used to stand out and greet everybody as you go in. So I received an invitation. So I went to that old Paris. And Ahijo was standing in the veranda there, greeting everybody. He greeted me. Yo, where's the battle? So I went in when the cocktail party. Where is Ahijo arrived? And apparently was searching for somebody. And Happy Gabriel, following him, was wondering who was searching. Can you tell the protocol who was looking for? I didn't know that he was searching for me. So he saw me in the group as he approached me. Everybody, yeah, I'm pretty good. They said, Maître, t'as ça va? I said, Mr. Peter, Vous êtes content? So you have a big mouth. I said, Mr. President, je suis en train de vous aider. He laughed. He said, come on. I told him that as a magistrate, I only had a driver and a boy in the house. So I employed 2 other people. I said, now, as a lawyer in Yaoundé, I have 3 stagiaires, I have 7 clerks in my office, and I'm a cleaner. So I'm employing more than 11 people. So I'm helping you to employ people. Hey, laugh, you know, he laughed, he threw his head behind. That's how I hit you. And so these are some of the things and so forth. And then from there, as I told you, I tried to have practice in and practice and so forth. The system was good. What we have to do, it happened in those things, whether you were a francophone policeman or we were both honest. And they tried to investigate a matter clearly. There was the bad potatoes, but they exist in any country. But the system at that time was a system which honored people, and a system in which people were allowed to honor their nation.
Well, you're listening to the views of Barrister Ben Muna, who is giving us some interesting information, the one-on-one discussion here in the program, the profile. Now, Barrister, you'll be giving us the challenges you had, coming to station in Yaoundé, leaving the civil service and going solo to practice practice private law. Now, let me get from you one of the recent experiences that probably does not keep you happy in the case of you maybe going through with your clients at the court, and maybe you see that your client has a jailing case, and probably the judgment that is given by the judge or the magistrate does not suit you. Can we get one of those experiences?
Oh, yes. You see, the inquisitorial system is dangerous because it allows the judge to be both participant and the person who will give the judgment. So a judge can be very prejudiced. I will give you an example of 2 cases. We had a judge in the Yaoundé, I will not call his name, he's no more alive, but I don't call his name because he cannot answer, who we guess was corrupt. So when the case will come in front of him, if it's a case in which he has in sympathy with the accused person, he will take the file, open it, and say, Mr. Prosecutor, I don't understand how they investigate cases. I've just read this file, it's empty. There is no sufficient proof. So I knew him so well that when he said that, I knew that, well, maybe some gumbo, as they say, has gone. You understand? And so he was there. But if it's in a case in which maybe he has eaten from the opposite side, or it's a case in which it's so great, as he takes the file, open it, say, Bremen, this you see, this is the cases, this type of cases in which innocent people suffer in society because of crooks like you. So before he judged the case, he's already decided that the accused person is a crook. So this to us was a bit distorted. Now, the Anglophones thought at that time, including me before I came to Yaoundé, in that in the French system, you are thought about as guilty, and then you have to prove your innocence. But it's not so. In the French system, you are also presumed to be innocent until proved guilty. The only problem is that the man who is going to prove you innocent or guilty participate in the trial, asking you questions as if he's a prosecutor. This inquisitorial system, therefore, corrupted the procedure so that the judge did not come out as a neutral person. Whereas in the English system, the judge just sat and the prosecutor presented his case like as any other lawyer, and then the defense replies. So you look at the judge as a neutral person. That's different. But the presumption of innocence was in the French system and the English system. But in the first system, it was a bit covered up because of the procedure did not allow the judge to appear as a neutral person and so forth. So this type of thing is still there. I had a case in Dango Boko in 1978 or something like that. It was a very funny case. So what it was locked up and so forth. So I went to Dango Boko and there was a judge there in the National Court. And in those systems, you take the file from the court, and so I took the file, and I looked at it. There's about 2 or 3 papers. I read them. Nothing. This guy had been locked up for more than 6 months. So I gave back the file, and then the judge called the case. So I told him, Monsieur le Président, le dossier est vide. And he looked at me and said, what do you mean the dossier is vide? Look at his face. He's a criminal. I have done criminology. I know a criminal face when I see one. You see? Yeah. So the system gave room to erring judges who were a bit prejudiced to establish their prejudice in court. And these are the type of things that I make. There are many illustrations, and I had once called by the Court of Appeal in Bertois, an interesting case again. Somebody who was convicted by the High Court of practicing sorcery, that he had killed somebody through wizardry. So they called me from the to come and take the defense of that person. I went to Berkeley, and then I went and looked at the file. Very interesting case. So the history of what happened was very simple. 4 people were eating together. 2 of them were sorcerers. The rest didn't know. So as they were eating, since sorcery is in the spiritual realm, the young sorcerer and the old sorcerer were fighting in the spiritual realm. So the old sorcerer looked at the young man and said, be very careful, I've been in these things longer than you. Be very careful. The other people heard, but they didn't know what was happening. The young man said, what are you talking about? The old man, don't know these things. And when they finished eating, the young man went home and he died. So the other people gave, this is what happened. So they went and arrested the older man. The older man said, yes, we were eating and he was fighting me. So I warned him. And I had to leave him to kill me. And so on. So in their world, I gave him a blow. So he was charged with, killing by witchcraft. So I went out to defend him in the Court of Appeal. And I said, Mr. President, the first thing that this court has to establish, do you believe in witchcraft? Is witchcraft, can it be established legally? They say, oh, well, something that happens in our society. I said, fine. Can we now prove how did he use witchcraft to kill the other person? So the evidence. I said, they said that they only heard one saying, be careful, and so forth. There was no evidence to prove that the other man had the powers that they said he had. He was convicted. By that time, I think it was 2 years and so forth. So for the final analysis, I was able to convince the judge, and he was discharged. They didn't find him not guilty. He just said, okay, fine, 2 years, and then he was discharged. So this was one of the interesting things.
Well, we thank you for taking that busy time to talk to us, Barrister BERNARD Muna. You have also been handling cases, not only within the government when you were in the government, private sector you've mentioned already, practicing law, and then maybe get one experience that could be good or bad when you practice at the international level. Have you ever handled some cases out of the country, and how did it look like compared to the cases you have been handling in the country?
Yeah, it was a very sad, not bad, a sad experience for me to experience what happened in Rwanda. A very sad experience when I was appointed the chief prosecutor, the deputy chief prosecutor in the Rwanda International United Nations Court in Rwanda. First of all, it was sad because we had to dig up graves, and in certain graves you will find 3,000 bodies just born, some 4,000, and so forth. So the genocide was terrible. It is a terrible thing. Some of them, when it started, the Tutsis were fooled by the administrators. So, okay, we run to the stadium, we'll get the army to protect you. So they will run to the stadium, and so the army will come and shoot at them. And they will shoot and take a break, come back to shoot. So it was a sad experience for me to know that it was easy to start something, but to control it becomes very difficult. That's how more than 800,000 Rwandese, some people say million, but we were assessed about 800,000 Rwandese were exterminated within 3-4 months in Rwanda. That's a experience. What did I learn from there? I learned many things. The first thing is that genocide starts in a very small way. How did it start in Rwanda? It didn't just start in 1974 and they killed 800,000 people. No. For more than 5 years, the Rwandan government, at that time, which were Hutu control, were going to villages where there were Tutsis and killing sometimes 200, sometimes 1,000, and so forth, for more than 5 years. And they will be crying, and the international opinion didn't take any notice. So finally the government saw that, we have been killing them everywhere, because so they operated this big genocide which killed more than 800,000 people. I say this because we are very careful what is happening in our country, Cameroon. We're very careful. You know that the governor of the Southwest called Anglophones dogs. That's how genocide started. They used to call the Tutsis kafar, cockroaches, that should be exterminated.
Yaoundé, la capitale du Cameroun. Yaoundé, la capitale du Cameroun. Je vais à Yaoundé, la capitale. Je vais à Yaoundé, la capitale. Yaoundé, la capitale du Cameroun. Yaoundé.
Well, televiewers, it's a special day welcoming you to the program, The Profile on Canal English. And of course, we welcome each and every one of you in this special production. And of course, in today's special edition of The Profile, remember, we shall be taking you around the basic issues and of course, profiling people and of course, enterprises that matter as time goes on. Be with us.
this is Liberty Law Firm. As you can see, this is our reception. Our clients who need our services, want to solicit for our services, always come and wait here, and then thereafter we'll take them to our conference room.